So to get into the gist of what I wanted to talk about, first of all, we got to figure out, as a starting point of evaluating the breakdown of this country, well, how many people even live here? Do we know? Well, if we go by the 2021 census, which I suppose we're supposed to do, the 2021 census is supposed to be, you know, the benchmark for how we measure these things. Apparently 17% of the UK population identifies as being an ethnic minority. Okay, so approximately 12 million people, according to the census. The white British are supposed to comprise about 75% of the population, about 52 million of them, if we go by the census. So what's that? About 70 million people, they reckon, on the census. Okay, just under 70 million. The slight problem with the census is that it is complete and utter bull. Now, hopefully my editor can throw up on screen this article. Came out in, I think, 2007 from The Independent, I believe it was. And basically, they started looking at... Because what was happening is, if you work in the city, you end up going to a lot of presentations of companies who've done their results and stuff like that. And one of their finance guys noticed that whenever he went to a presentation by one of the supermarkets or the sewage companies or water treatment company, people whose business is dealing with what goes in or comes out of a human. Obviously, these companies have fairly good metrics on how many people they're serving, what their market share is, and when you piece it together with the various companies, it becomes very obvious that the population is significantly higher. Now, back in 2007, they were suggesting there was about 10 million extra people, that it was about 77 million people living in the UK. Because, of course, at that time, it was based on the 2001 census, because this was 2007. And, this isn't wildly difficult to work out. Everybody has one mouth and one arsehole. So through a combination of the food companies and the sewage companies, it's fairly obvious that the government's numbers are completely and utterly bogus. In fact, particularly the regulated ones, the water companies and the sewage companies and whatever, they have been lobbying government for years to recognise that they are serving more people than they are officially supposed to be serving. Because they get paid per individual. It's a regulated, controlled industry, all that kind of stuff, and therefore it's in their interest to get more people recognised. And for years they've been presenting this evidence, which is saying, look, this is how many people we're actually serving. Then all you need to do is go around the country and tot up what all these companies are saying, and it's very clear there's like at least an extra 10 million people here, right? And that was before the Boris wave. You think how bad immigration was in 2007? I mean, it was a bit bad, but it was nowhere near as bad as today. So post-Boris wave, post the last, whatever it is, 18 years. Bloody hell, 18 years since 2007. Oh, well, feel old again. The people coming in the back of lorries, and bear in mind, most of them don't get caught. All the people coming over in dinghies that don't get caught, all the people who overstay their visa, and we don't even track that, by the way. People come in supposedly on holiday or to attend a wedding or, whatever it is. We don't bother to track them on the way out. We notice this huge discrepancy and the government just says, oh, well, yeah, I know they flew into Heathrow and they were supposed to fly out of Heathrow. But probably what happened is they caught a bus and they went across the border between Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, where we don't check. And they must have left through there. So, yeah, they probably... No, clearly, a whole bunch of these people... And they lose track of hundreds of thousands of people a year, in addition to all the boat migrants, the lorry migrants. And the lorry migrants is a significantly higher number than the boat migrants. Plus all the people that the government just let in. I think we're dealing with a significantly higher population. But the government doesn't want to acknowledge that. They want to say, no, the official population is 70 million, shut up about it. And I thought, okay, well, let's see if we can reconstruct how many people are actually here. And I'll use a fresh metric. I won't even use the sewage companies. I won't use the supermarkets. I won't use the census. Let's just do a bit of a sense check with the total number of households in the UK.
If you would like to see the full version of this premium video, please head over to lotuseaters.com and subscribe to gain full access to all of our premium content.